How to Create Your Lifestyle by Jim Rohn. The final blending of our philosophy, attitude, activity, and results is what creates this final personal quest that we call lifestyle. Lifestyle is how we choose to live and how we design our lives. It is the sophisticated understanding of the difference between life's trinkets and life's treasures. Many have learned to earn well, but they have not yet learned to live well. It's as though they have decided to wait until they become wealthy before they start practicing sophistication. What they fail to understand is that practiced sophistication is as much a cause of wealth as it is a result of wealth. Some attribute their poor attitude about life to their low level of income. They maintain that if they ever solved their money problems, they would show us what happiness is really all about. Obviously, they have not yet discovered that it was their failure to find happiness in the past that has affected their current income. If they continue with this error in judgment, their lack of happiness in the present will determine their future income as well. Until they have discovered that happiness is part of the cause and that wealth is merely an effect, their circumstances are not likely to change. Lifestyle is a reflection of our attitude and our values. As we have already examined, how we feel and what we deem to be worthwhile is part of the mental process that ultimately determines what we attract into our lives. If we are not happy with our current circumstances, we can begin to change them simply by changing how we think and feel. Lifestyle is also a function of this same thinking process. Any day we choose, we have the ability to alter our lifestyle by changing how we feel and making better decisions about what we deem to be valuable. The exciting thing about lifestyle is that we can have it all now. We don't have to wait until we are wealthy or powerful or famous to experience happiness. We don't have to postpone our appreciation of the finer things in life until we have reached our career goals. We can live a life that is as joyful and rewarding as we might wish. Starting right now. Anyone can give money to charity. But the real rewards lie in the giving of ourselves and our time. For little more than the price of a movie ticket, anyone can attend a symphony orchestra. The music is just as stirring from the back of a concert hall during an afternoon matinee as it is from high up in a private box on opening night. You don't have to own a Rembrandt to appreciate his incredible genius. Given with sincerity, a single, long-stemmed rose can be more meaningful than a dozen orchids. The price of admission to a fabulous sunset is still free. We don't have to be rich to live richly. All of the happiness and fulfillment we want can be ours right now simply by changing how we feel and what we think about this concept called one lifestyle. Lifestyle is not an amount. Culture is not an amount. Sophistication is not an amount. And neither is lifestyle. They are arts to be practiced by those who wish for more of the good life. To become the masters of these arts, the practice must begin with what we currently have. Each of us, regardless of our circumstances, can begin the art of practiced sophistication anytime we choose. For example, we are all familiar with the process of tipping those who provide us with service in a restaurant. But few of us know the origin and purpose of leaving a tip. The word tip is an abbreviation of the phrase to ensure promptness. To ensure promptness implies that the gratuity should be given before we receive the service, not after. The sophisticated approach to dining out is to take aside the person who will be serving us and present the tip in advance of the service we seek, not after. Of course, the level of service will be well above average. To add to the uniqueness of the act, we might also combine some rather uncommon words with our unique gesture. Such as, my guests tonight are very special and I want to give them the best possible experience. I would like for you to make sure that they are well taken care of, so here is something special for you. This brief moment of conversation combined with the small amount of money that would be required will work wonders. It will be especially effective if the words are spoken with sincerity and accentuated with a warm smile. That is what sophistication is all about, finding simple ways to live uniquely. Anyone can do it. It's easy to do. It is also easy not to do. It is easy to eat the meal, tolerate poor service, become angry and ruin the special occasion by not doing the small but special things in an extraordinary way. Lifestyle is really nothing more than the art of doing ordinary things extraordinarily well. It isn't getting up from the meal and, because of the poor service, tossing 2 quarters on the table and glaring at the waiter on the way out the door. Imagine the effect that such unsophisticated conduct would have on those you had hoped to impress. It would convert a potentially memorable event into a nightmare, and all because of the missed opportunity of taking a brief moment and investing a few extra dollars to ensure promptness. We must learn to spend small sums in a tasteful manner before we can ever hope to master the art of handling major expenditures with sophistication. Lifestyle is a reflection of who and what we are. Our lifestyle communicates a clear message about who we are and how we think. Lifestyle is where we go, what we do, and how we feel once we are there. Lifestyle is how we dress, what we drive, and the type of entertainment we choose to enjoy. Lifestyle is a mixture of substance as well as style, refinement, as well as intellect and emotional control in times of challenge, as well as emotional release in times of joy and happiness. Successful people and those in serious pursuit of success tend to communicate the level of sophistication and intelligence they have managed to acquire. How they conduct themselves leaves little doubt about their intensity for personal development and for personal achievement. Everything about us is sending a message to others about our level of intensity as well. The things we do, the things we say, even our appearance is suggestive of an inner attitude about life. If we are spending more money on donuts than we do on books, that suggests something about the sincerity of our desire for personal progress. Whether we spend an evening in front of a computer screen or a TV screen, talking with our children or having fun with our pals from the office, lifestyle is a function of attitude and personal values. We can all afford to live better. It doesn't take more money to change how we live. It takes more deliberate thought and a greater appreciation of the real values in life. Lifestyle is not an automatic reward. Lifestyle means designing ways to live uniquely. It is a skill to be mastered, not a condition to be pursued. Lifestyle is finding new ways to bring joy, pleasure, excitement, and substance into our lives and into the lives of those we care for while we are working on our goals, not once we have achieved them. A more abundant existence does not necessarily mean a more enjoyable lifestyle. Many of us dream of becoming wealthy, of having a beautiful home that is tended by others so that we will be free to enjoy ourselves. We dream of winning lotteries that will enable us to quit our jobs tomorrow and go off in pursuit of the good life. We dream of chauffeurs to drive us and servants to take care of us so that we can have all the time in the world to do whatever we want to do. The big question is, what would we do? In a very short time, most of what we dreamed of one day doing would become as uninspiring as our current lifestyle. There is only so much traveling, so much partying, so much sleeping, and so much enjoying that we can experience before this too would becomes tedious. If it is not a life of endless fun and laughter that we are after, then what is it that we are in pursuit of? What is this thing we call lifestyle? We may all have different opinions of what lifestyle is, but hopefully, we will all agree on what it is not. It is not something we get simply as a result of having more. Lifestyle is a result of living more. Living more fully, living more consciously, living more joyfully, and living more appreciatively. The more fully we live, the more we do, and the more we become. Lifestyle is not a reward for all of our hard effort, it is a way of making our hard effort more rewarding, more meaningful, and ultimately more productive. Lifestyle must be studied as well as practiced. If we wish to be wealthy, we must study wealth, and if we wish to be happy, we must study happiness. The combination of these two studies creates the aura that we call lifestyle. Most people do not make happiness and wealth a study. Their plan for finding happiness consists of going through the day with their fingers crossed, hoping that somehow, something will work out that will make them happy. But happiness is an art, not an accident. It is not something that falls out of the sky. Happiness, that unique emotion that we mistakenly believe comes to us only when we have become successful, must precede the achievement of success. Happiness is as much a cause of success as it is a result of success, and we can begin to experience happiness whenever we wish, regardless of our current circumstances. Learn to be happy with what you have while you strive for what you want. Each of us can design our own life happiness. We can design it, and we can experience it. We do not have to wait. Waiting will merely prolong the agony of putting up with poor service, short tempers, ruin moments of joy, and a continuation of life as it has always been. That exquisite feeling called happiness can begin wherever and however we are, because it has nothing to do with things. Having more isn't the answer to happiness. If we can count our blessings on only 2 or 3 fingers, then putting diamonds on those same fingers isn't going to give us more blessings. If we have failed to develop meaningful friendships when our resources were meager, then we aren't going to be any better at finding or keeping good friends when our finances improve. The experience of a meaningful relationship with someone who has been with us through the good times and the bad, who knows us and cares about us in a way that makes us feel good just to know that they are in this world, is something we cannot afford to postpone. There is as much joy in watching our children learn to ride on a second-hand bicycle as watching them wobble away on a new one. Are we going to deny them or ourselves that incredible experience simply because we can't afford the best or the most expensive toys right now? Happiness isn't something you withdraw from your bank account. It is something to withdraw from life and from those around you. There is nothing wrong with wanting more for ourselves and for our families. But it doesn't mean that we have to experience less of life's treasures because we have less, for that we will appreciate them more when we have more. If we cannot learn to be happy with what we have right now, then we will never be happy. No matter how much good fortune comes our way. Wherever you are, be there. One of the major reasons why we fail to find happiness or to create a unique lifestyle is because we have not yet mastered the art of being. While we are home, our thoughts are still absorbed with solving the challenges we face at the office. And when we are at the office, we find ourselves worrying about problems at home. We go through the day without really listening to what others are saying to us. We may be hearing the words, but we aren't absorbing the message. As we go through the day, we find ourselves focusing on past experiences or future possibilities. We are so involved in yesterday and tomorrow that we never even notice that today is slipping by. We go through the day rather than getting something from the day. We are everywhere at any given moment in time except living in that moment in time. Lifestyle is learning to be wherever you are. It is developing a unique focus on the current moment and drawing from it all of the substance and wealth of experience and emotions that it has to offer. Lifestyle is taking time to watch a sunset. Lifestyle is listening to silence. Lifestyle is capturing each moment so that it becomes a new part of what we are and of what we are in the process of becoming. Lifestyle is not something we do, it is something we experience. And until we learn to be there, we will never master the art of living well. Letting life touch us. There is a world of difference between going to Paris and experiencing Paris. Going is a basic physical activity, experiencing is a rich emotional event. To experience life, we must let it touch us. And not just the positive experiences. We must also be touched by the sorrows and the sadness, by the losses and the longings. Emotions enrich our lives and create for us a special uniqueness in terms of both who we are and how we live. To live a unique life, we must first become unique individuals. By experiencing a broad range of human experiences and emotions. Only when we have experienced the full spectrum of human existence can we begin to design and live a life of substance. All progress begins with an emotion. We do not attract a better life merely by wanting it, we attract it by adopting the emotions that those with the better life possess. If we want to be happy, we begin by thinking and feeling and acting happy. If we want to be wealthy, we begin by thinking and feeling and acting wealthy. Any father who wishes to can capture the attention and the appreciation of his family with his present resources. He does not have to wait for the wealth in order to discover and share the happiness. He does not have to wait in order to be unique. He does not have to postpone the experience of happiness and a unique lifestyle because it is within his present reach. In fact, by practicing what is within his present reach, will actually extend his reach. He only has to start with where he is and with what he has. He needs only to breathe happiness and uniqueness into his assets of the current moment. The joy that could be shared by surprising his daughter with a $20 concert ticket, when that is all he can currently do, can be just as rewarding as giving her a $20,000 automobile. This is especially true if, in the past, he has argued with his daughter about her insistence on wanting to waste money on such foolishness as a concert. Imagine the father, the head of the family, who wants to be sophisticated and wealthy, crumbling up a $20 bill and throwing it at his daughter as an expression of his disapproval about the concert that is so important to her. How much better it would be if he were to surprise his daughter one day by going out of his way to purchase the ticket for her in advance, and then presenting it to her in some special manner and with a few special words. How much more meaningful still it would be if the father were to purchase 2 tickets and attend the concert with his daughter. Perhaps as an added touch he could combine the concert with a private dinner at a special place. where the food would be extraordinary and the service unique. Because of the way the tip was presented. That is what lifestyle is all about, finding unique ways of transforming emotional possibilities into meaningful experiences that are within our current means. We can start right now by offering all that is within our power to share. Whether we offer our time, a shoulder to cry on, a word of sincere appreciation, or our undivided attention, if we will just be there and really live that moment, what an experience that could be. We must not let the years, and the chances, and the small opportunities for creating moments of joy slip away. If we continue to wait until we have the resources to do the big things before we master the art of experiencing all that life currently has to offer, then we may find that we have waited too long. Let us begin this very day the process of creating a wealth of experiences and memories that will endure in the hearts of those we love long after we are gone. Lifestyle is a source of joy and fulfillment that is available to us all, regardless of our current circumstances. It is within the immediate reach of anyone who is willing to make it a serious study. Our lives are filled with opportunities for experiencing a new level of happiness and sophistication and appreciation. All that is required is a change of mind and a decision to begin experiencing it all now. And as we demonstrate our new commitment to take the full measure from even the smallest opportunities that come our way, life will see to it that far greater experiences than we have ever dreamed of are not long in becoming our certain reward.